Hey everyone, welcome back to Satisfactory, where we're continuing our playthrough on the version 1.1 of the game. Between videos, I've done a little bit of stuffing around. I did finish off my build of, I can't remember what it was it computers or heavy modular frames, whichever one it was that I hadn't done. I finished it, it is making things. What I've also done is what I was also talking about, which was doing this. So basically over here near the, what do we call it, space platform thing, I've put down two of these manufacturers, one making modular engines, and I mean I've got it boosted right to the top. And I've got this one boosted all the way as to adaptive control units. Now, depending on if we find a need for them, we might have to automate this properly in the future if I can manage to do it. And all I've got is I've got an output storage on each. And then I've got input storages. And I've labeled them so I know where to put stuff. And basically I just go and grab the stuff and I put it in here. And then it just feeds it in, and hopefully it builds it. But it's short of computers right now. I do have computers on me. I just don't know. Let me just check. Got 47. We need 100. So we do want it to keep going. And this one's got to do 500. So yeah. We've got a few stuff to go in here, so some of the components we've got tons of. I think this one here we're pretty right for all the components. It's just very slow. That one there is computers. Now I do have a bunch of computers on me right now that I picked up, but the reason I haven't put it in there is because I was tempted to finish off some of the other milestones first. Because I was concerned that I was jumping the gun with this space elevator thing when we haven't even unlocked all the rest of the tiers, like this one, plus there's still research we could do in here. I think I did complete this one. Hostile enemies are scannable now. I just manually grabbed all the stuff. I bought some stuff actually. Those circuit board things. You could buy them in the fixer shop, cheap. So I bought some of that stuff. So that's the other thing I'm doing, is buying some stuff. This one we could do. Again, it needs 50 computers. I don't know really what it gets used for, but we might do that. I have to make those devices. I've got to make 100 of them. And we have to use one of those, what are these called? Summer sloop. That rifle thing, yeah, I haven't even made the base rifle yet. I think I unlocked something here. I think the Pole Mark III I unlocked. I'd be tempted to unlock this programmable splitter because I'm curious to see what that does and how you program it. That, not too fussed about. I mean, the thing is, I'm going to unlock all of these. Well, that's the plan. Radar tower, no idea what that helps us with. And that's turbo. That's still not the base rifle one. So unless the base rifle one's under here somewhere. Oh, it's there. You get it with the rifle. Okay. So I want to work towards some of those as well. But for now, let's unlock this. Which is railway signaling.
Milestone reached. Train signals placed on train rails can control and improve train behavior. This helps to avoid events where multiple trains attempt to occupy the same physical location. For information related to earlier train events, please refer to your employee non-disclosure agreement.
Okay. So then, yeah, we just have these two. Which, they're not cheap. Okay, but doesn't... the other one required... That requires computers. Problem is, I'm not... Yeah, I might leave it. I'm not really in a rush for either of these. Okay, so the other thing I want to do, because... Admittedly, I was getting a bit frustrated in the last video with this automation stuff. And I'm still going to get frustrated with it. That's just a given fact. So, what I wanted to do was, and I haven't really done much with it, I just sort of place something. You'll notice I've got a platform here. This wasn't here before. Oh, I don't need that. Hang on. That was just to get the height. Okay. Now, I've removed the ramp that was over here. There was a ramp here. What did I run this way? But I did realize a way to get up there. That's not what I meant to do. It's alright. I mean, obviously I got a jetpack. I could just try and fly up, but I can also just walk up here and then jump up. So this is what I wanted to try and do. I thought this might be a little bit more fun. It still might be a little bit painful, but this is a monorail line. So I thought it might be fun to have a bit of a play with something enjoyable, like trains. So I've just put it here at the moment. I don't know where I want to go with it. I don't even know if I want to go this direction. This might be the stupidest idea ever. But what I had an idea is, because I'm sick of going over to the other place to get parts that I'm making over there, I thought, what if we had a centralized storage and we put it all up here? We can then take some of that stuff to other locations with other trains and stuff for building and whatever else, but we can also have things running back here. But I haven't worked out exactly how I want to build it. All I know is that I was thinking of first doing the Satyrium going over there, because I thought, well, that might be simple. Going that way might be a lot harder and longer. And I've got to work out how this all works. So all I wanted to do was just see about, can I get a line up? And that's why I did this third level. I thought, well, let's do it as a not that high, but also not down with the other stuff. So I think what I was thinking of doing was this. So we've got a train line there. And I thought, well, okay, well, what if we put a station here? Something like that. Now, what we can do is we can join that up to there. Okay, this is where I don't know how it works. So the train station serves as a hub for locomotives which can be set to navigate to and stop at a train station. You can connect power to a train station to power up the trains on the railway, as well as feed power to other stations. Yeah, so my understanding is you only have to put power on one location, which we can do here. Empty space. empty space with that. Loads and unloads freight cars that stop at freight platform. Loading and unloading options can be set by configuring the building. Snaps to other platforms and stations needs to be connected to a powered railway to function. Alright, hold on. But if a train comes in... So we can do a train in two ways. We can either put a locomotive on each end and then it's can go backwards or forwards on the same line, or we can do it one direction, but we have to obviously have a loop. I was thinking of doing a loop. I just thought it might be the most simplest for me to keep in my head if I want to put multiple trains on, split paths, all that sort of stuff. If I do backwards and forwards, I think it might be a bit harder. But if that's the case, if a train came in from here and wanted to unload, wouldn't you need the freight ones here and that at the end? I don't think I'd do fluids. I mean, maybe it doesn't matter. Oh, I need motors. Bugger. I haven't got many motors because I stole it all for the other build thing. Oh, I blew up all the gas brick things over here as well. Brick things? Rock things? Whatever they're called. So, I believe a train can be... So it won't let you put it down unless you have the train station first. Well, how do you know how wide it is? Now, is that one freight or two freights? Because I believe a train can be like 4 platforms long. So that's like 2 blocks. Jesus, how much could you get on? Would you really need trains that long? Two. So, would you have 3 freight? Okay, what if we said we put the station here? It's hard to sort of see to plan everything, isn't it? Wait, is this now reversed? Let's rename this to home station. Well, that looks stupid. Timetable. We don't have any other stations, so... Yeah, that's fine. Now, I don't know how you program... How do you program these? Storage, sort, load, unload. So there was like... I think there was like in, out... Hang on, how did it work? 2 ins, 2 outs. Does that mean you can have 4 different products? Okay, but you can only have load or unload. You can't have both. So each of these would only unload 2 products. Okay, well, it's probably going to be really expensive. Really expensive. Which way are you? Need you the other way. Alright, how about we just start with the train and actually see if we can even get anything running here? I don't even know where I want it to go yet. Okay, I believe you got to allow a bit of room for turning. What? Would it do that? Freaking drew a line. What the hell? I think I've got to go back at least one. Okay, so this is where it's going to get a little tricky, because it's like, okay, well, how... I have to work out how I can turn. Because what I obviously want is something here? Just do that for placement. Okay, I need to go back one. Yeah, it needs to go a lot wider than that. We might need to go further back. Alright, we'll get this in a minute. Maybe. Okay, that definitely now looks a bit better from that point of view. Too short. Trying to get it so that it doesn't do this big hump thing. And from what I've read, some people have said if you have a straight line on here first. Yeah, because I was trying to do some research on how to do the trains so that I, you know, could sort of try and do it a little bit better, properly, to a point. Is that because this is too close? I mean, it's clipping, but would it... Alright, this might take me a little while. It's going to take me longer than I thought to even just get to work it out. It doesn't clip, but it's a hell of a lump there. God damn it. I'm guessing going that way is not gonna... No. Problem is, I think this is too close now. Well, I mean, I guess we could try it from there. It still wants to clip. Maybe it's not close enough. Yeah, I think get to about that line there. That might be the best option. Alright, let's try that again. If I've got to do this on every curve, it's going to be painful. I mean, you could just tack it in and then try and fix it later. I mean, that looks pretty good. I don't think you're going to get it flat. I mean, you could try. I'm just not convinced you'd be able to do it. Okay. Do we even need this here? Hang on. Yeah, can we not jump off this side. What? Okay, so that that gets us there. Yeah, so again, you have to do similar thing now. If I do it, that's pretty good. I don't know whether to spend all video doing this or do something else. Okay, now, can you do... Let's see what that looks like. That was pretty good. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I might put another thing there. Actually, I might as well just fill this in. Just for a bit of I don't know, stability on the corners here. I don't know about this. Probably be better if it wasn't a right angle. Again, I think we need just one there. Just makes it look better. If we put the walls along here, I think that would look better as well. Trying to work out. Trying to work out how to get around this corner. Oi, no. Well, the train's going to drive through that. That's not going to be good. Okay. Needs to go a bit wide. Needs to go a little bit wider. But that might mean that... Let's take a couple of these things away. This might have to go back a bit. Maybe, is there a way I can force it to turn? Not like that. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put this on 0 so I don't have to keep picking it all the time. Let's just see what that does. Okay, it comes pretty wide and then curves back. Might be the best option. Unless I can get this to come a bit further forward. See what impact that has. Shit, almost fell off. Okay, leaning up this platform. Yeah, the problem is it's always going to cut that corner. Alright, I might accept that as being the best. Whatever. Doesn't have to be perfect. Still not done. It's a long way. It's a hell of a long way. It was one of those things. I want to try this. I'm going to be annoyed if I don't even like it. I've done all this work. Like I said, spend whole videos doing this. It seems to be we're at the point of this game now, for me anyway, with my speed, that we just spend an entire video doing one thing. I mean, that's why sometimes I'm tempted to do this sort of stuff in between videos, because it's like, well, I can spend as long as I want and just keep adding, removing, you know, fixing it up. No, don't like that. Keep trying. Whereas I sort of feel, and obviously you can tell me otherwise, but it sort of feels like, you know, I'm probably boring everybody with just this, me trying to work out how to draw this bloody train track. Sometimes I wish there was a top-down view that I could just build like massive lines really quickly. If I know I want to get a train line from here all the way across there, it's like, it's so slow to do it this way, where I've got to, run a little bit and then, okay, that's the longest you can make it, put that down and then do it again and again and again. It's like, I know where I want to go. How about you just let me build it from the end of this platform to the end of the platform? in one big whoop. Now, we'll have to put signals on here because from my understanding, again, limited understanding, in the event that we have multiple trains on here, we don't want them waiting long periods of time to be able to get on the track because there's already a train on there. Now, this is going to be tricky. How am I going to swing this way? How did I do it before? I don't know if I can. I'd have to take the power out. Actually, where are we? Are we actually even there yet? Because I don't even know where we want this thing. Yeah, okay, so that clips into the power. One thing I'm wondering. Would that... Would that reach that one? It does. So I could remove this power. Or I can move it back. Let's just move it back. So I should only have to go one, right? Okay. It's a tight corner, but should be right. Okay, now this is the bit I haven't worked out what we're doing yet. So let's put it here. Do we go down or do we just stay at this level? Because at the other side, I did it for a reason. I did it because I want to set up a storage location. Here, it's just a train to potentially pick up items. And, you know, maybe we could add more stations and have stuff drop it off as well. But for now, this is to drop off. Now, how wide... How wide and big is the station? So we're coming in this way. So if you want to get it here, you have to be over here. What the? Okay. Start by making wider. I'll remove what we don't need. And we'll go wider that way. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, but if you're loading, you need a lot longer. It seems backwards that you wouldn't do the freight first. I don't understand that. I mean, maybe I'm just not understanding how the whole train thing works, but you know. Because again, it's like, it's two. So freaking big. This is massive. Again, could I do it up there? What's that complaining it's clipping into? Is it into this? Damn. It is. Alright, you know what? Let's do... No, let's do 3. I don't want to have to come here and pull this whole thing apart again. Is this the one? Yep. No, it's not clipping now. What do we call this one? I don't never remember how to spell it. Oh. Do I have any on me? Oh, I know what I can look up. Let's go for that one. No? Cat-arium. Okay. Cat-arium station. Alright, now we can power it at either end. It doesn't really matter, technically, I don't think. I think as long as you've got power, you've got power. I don't know how much power it takes, actually. So what are we running at? We've got 2.4 to 2.15 consuming. Well, it's fluctuating, but... I don't know. I don't know if that actually did anything. Now, I know we don't have a loop. I realise that. Why is that doing that? That looks horrible. Why is it doing that? Does the line always do that? Because it looks like crap. It's not doing it there. Why is it just doing it there? Is it a lighting issue? I don't know. Alright, but let's give it at least a test drive to see if we can even get down here. See if the track actually functions. Obviously we haven't got the unloading or loading because, well, first off we'd have to drive the train here. Then I need a return path that then I want to unload these materials and then feed them in there. Now what I have to decide is, do we want to pull this conveyor belt down and bring these items back? And if I did that, I guess the return line could come on this path. It's going to be a massive amount of storage of this stuff. Like, this whole line is full. So I don't think you could do two lines. Like, going down the straight, it would be fine 2 lines, but you wouldn't be able to turn the corner. Yeah, this is going to take a lot of work, and I'm not sure what I want to do. I really don't. Admittedly, I'm struggling a lot with this game right now because I really just cannot work out in my head what I want to do. What's the point? What's the purpose? You know, what... You know, in my concept... I didn't even have the line finished. Oh, you're kidding. Okay, we can do that. Okay. Whew. Thought that's going to be a problem. So this station, in theory, should be powered up, right? Yeah. For redundancy's sakes, I am going to power it from here as well. You know, if something gets... No, that's not what I wanted. I want it from down there, yep. You know, if something gets disconnected here, like the power on one side, I can still have it powered here. Well, how do I connect it? Oh, there. Actually, I don't like that. Let's do that again. This time. Oh, it seems stupid to run a power line across the... Yeah, and then we've got, in theory, this one here as well. Okay, so I should be able to drive this, right? F to dock. So if I want to... No? Alright, here we go. Let's go for a drive. How fast can we get? ...120 kilometers an hour. Whee. Oh shit. It just got through it. Straight through a space creature. So we're using 26 megawatts. I assume that's what it's saying. Ah! I probably should have put a a stop thing there. I thought it might have automatically stopped at the station. I didn't know it was just going to keep going. I don't know if I can get this high. Okay, got that. Okay, we recover. It's all good. It's all good. Nothing happened. I mean, we could... could put a... one of these here? A bit of a safety mechanism? See if it works. It works. Ah, we can climb up. Okay, we can walk along here. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I like that. Yeah, so in theory, we'd have to work out what we want to do. Do we want to have a line that goes all the way around? And I don't think that's necessarily efficient. Unless we have a need to take some of this stuff here across to another location. But I guess we work that out when we get to it. Right now, what we would probably more likely do is just turn and go back. So we're going to pick up stuff from here, take it back, and drop it off. I think that's what we would do. So this might be overkill what I've done. Well, not might. I'm going to say it is. So the tricky part is I either have to build another platform to do the other line, or we pull this all out and we do the extra line here. That's going to shut this production down for a fair while. Or we flip. See, I can see us having a bit of a gap. This is what I'm thinking. Just off the top of the head. Off the top of my head. Can't see past the train buffer. Hold on. Okay, what if... if I came out a little bit this way, and then why does it do that? Why does it suddenly flip? Probably came out a bit wide there, but what can you do? And then we take this back. And then you've got these power poles in the middle. And whether I fill this in or not, that's up to me. I probably don't need to. Now, the only problem is here. Some idiots moved the power to turn that corner. But then again, we've got to turn the corner again anyway. Oh, hang on, but you're going to want it here? Alright, this is what I'm kind of thinking. It's blowing out of proportion, but we could still, if we wanted to, after this is working, get rid of these conveyor belts and remove this side of the strip. So we now become this with the power down the middle. We put the walls on the side, decorate it. We could leave these bits in the middle a gap. Just for, you know, save materials and, you know, it might give an interesting look. But I think I need to work on some of this between videos because I think I'm going to bore everybody to death And then I need to get the freight things working and work out how that's going to work. So, you know, we could come back and work on that interesting stuff, you know, sort the freight, watch it work, all that sort of stuff. Whereas just this cosmetic stuff, well, not cosmetic stuff, but you know what I mean. I ran out of concrete. God damn. Yeah. Because I need to get concrete and everything to finish this off. Alright, but I think we're going to call it there for this video because we have run out of time. So let me know what your thoughts, opinions, what do you want me to do, not do? What do you think's a good idea, not a good idea? What do you want? What should we use trains for? Let me know. And or is it just do it for fun, but don't get too serious about the trains yet, or what? And what did you think about my idea of having all the storage? Like as in we basically set up a system where trains bring all of the materials back here, so that if I ever need anything, it's just there. I can go to a storage box over here and grab it. And I can just be here and things are just coming to me. And I just go to the other locations to build stuff. And as I said, we could also have multiple stations, so we could feed off these and send some of these resources off to somewhere else if need be. Let me know what you think of that idea. Whether it's a good idea, stupid idea, whatever. Love to hear your opinions. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.